Alrighty guys, we're going to do something a little bit different this time. I do like to build cars, but also like to build military models. So the next one I'm going to build is going to be the M151A2 uh, with TOW Missile Launcher, or the M220 Tracking System. Um, so this is a vehicle that was used in the late 70s, early 80s. The TOW missile system. Uh, I did work on the M151A2s. Did a lot of work for those when I was in the military as a mechanic. Um, but anyway, so we're going to build this kit. I know it's a little different than the normal cars that I build, but every once in a while I kind of do something a little different. So this will be the next kit on the bench, or the next work on the bench. So not too long ago I did build a M151 Jeep. So there we go. So it was a pretty fun build. Like I said, these things aren't super hard to build. Did a little bit of work to it, but anyway, we're going to do this one and see how fun it is. So anyway, let's see what all comes in the box. Now this is a 1/35th scale military miniature series number 125, and this is a Tamiya. So shows you a lot of different ways that you can do it. But inside the box we have a lot of different parts. So let's just see if we can get them all laid out here real quick, and then we'll review them and see what all we got inside of here. Okay, so it's got a little piece of paper in here that talks about Tamiya tips. As you can see, this is written in English, as well as, I believe that's going to be Chinese. And then for some reason you get one set of instructions all in Chinese, and then one set of instructions in English. Alright, so this does give you a little bit of a background on the Jeep, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. The kit is pretty easy to build. There's not a lot of tiny parts, not a whole lot of working parts. The fun in this is getting it and then painting it so that it looks weathered and military style. So this shows to come in a you can do it in green or a camouflage green pattern, forest green. I think we're going to do ours in a desert colored, just because I like to do the desert colors. And even back in the when I was in, from 1980 to 1993, most of the vehicles were olive drab, or were a camouflage color, three color camouflage, forest style. But we did have some that were desert for when we went to 29 Palms. So obviously on the sprue you have your body assembly, your hood, a lot of little bitty small D-rings. You got a M60 machine gun, radios, things like that. So you can build this a lot of different ways. You can build it where it's just transport vehicle, or like I did with the other one where it just holds the machine gun. It gives you one guy, so that's fine. Some jerry can seats, wheels. And that's pretty much the Jeep parts right there. Not a whole lot to it. Then you have your tow parts for the TOW missile. The TOW missile was used to, it was a wire-guided missile launcher that would launch a missile, and then it was guided by a wire. So it was pretty much a fire, and then you just followed along with the launcher system, and as you followed it, the tank, the wire would guide the missile to the tank and would destroy the tank. So, and that's pretty much what these were tank, anti-tank weapons. So, not a lot to it. So, let's take a moment, and then, oh, one more thing. We do have our decals and windshield parts. This looks like it comes for a rear window, which we don't have, which is fine. But anyway, so we are going to start cutting some stuff away from the sprue, and then we'll be right back in order to begin building. Alrighty guys, so let us put this thing together. If I can figure, oh, there we go. That's how it goes on there. So, get these parts lined up, and then we'll lay some glue down on them. Well, dang. There we go. Now when I build my military style model, especially these little Jeeps, I like to use the Tamiya extra thin glue. I don't like to use the thick cement glue that much. It's just the stuff right here works so much better. Alrighty, so we got that done, and then this part goes on. There she goes, she clipped it there. It doesn't take very long for it to dry on there. Alrighty, a little here, a little in there. Okay. Alrighty. So that right there is done. And we'll take, we've got a bit of a storm blowing in here in North Texas, so hopefully everything will be all right. Get tweezers here. There it is. That's one. Now we'll do the second one. Alrighty. Oops. That's where she goes, right there. All right. Alrighty, and then the final piece will be this muffler, and it will go on here and go down inside that. And we'll hold it for a minute. And literally that's all it takes. So we have the first steps of the Jeep done. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to do in this. It pretty much just goes together pretty easily. So we are going to cut some more stuff off the sprue and we'll be right back. Alrighty, let's go ahead and put some parts on here real quick because I'm going to have to come back in a minute and do some more work. So, alright. So that'll go in there, that goes on there. Boom. And then we'll do a little bit right here. Alright, good job. Okay. And then this piece right here goes, let's see. Let's clean this up a little bit. That's where she goes. Alrighty. So that part connects right there, and then okay, we got it in the right. Oh, we got it in the right spot. And we are getting some rain here in Texas tonight. So, alright. So now, this thing's set like this. I need the 23, which is right here. We will remove this from the sprue. Alright. 23. will go on. Right like that. Okay, I don't know how it fits. So, there, and there. Well, my damn fat fingers. So we'll try her again. Alrighty. Now we will go for the other one. We'll hear that rain coming down. Alright, sorry about the weather, guys. We do have a pretty good rainstorm blowing through, so you just have to bear with me on that one. Hopefully, and it's not won't be a very big storm. It's supposed to move through pretty quick, but it's a pretty powerful little storm. Alrighty. So let's see how this right here goes. Alright. Right there. Right there. And right there. Alrighty. So this one is being a bit of a bear. Doesn't want to fit down on it right. So something's not done right here. Man, it's kicking my tail. Alright guys, I'm going to take a look at this one. I'll be back with you here in a little